But was it daunting at all to have to take on that kind of legacy that Chuck left?
Absolutely. It was daunting and it was really exciting because I was such a fan of these growing up. And I knew that many of my colleagues, probably all of them, love these cartoons as well. And the studio and the Chuck Jones family, Craig and Linda. I mean, there was a lot of it, but I didn't try to let that bother me so much because I was so passionate about this that that kind of fueled my moving forward. But I'll tell you, as difficult as it was to sort of work on these, the most difficult thing I experienced was showing them to Linda Jones.
Really?
Yes. So what had happened was we had made them, and Sam says, "Hey, look, it's really important that Linda sees these. We want to show these to the family and everything." And I go, "Okay, sure." And then I started, sweating because I'm like,
Yeah,
because she's been very vocal to the studio about her likes and dislikes over the years. So I knew this was going to be the ultimate test. And so the way it worked out was we set up this screening in the big theater at Warner Brothers, and the bus pulls up, and I wish Craig was here just so to clarify, my memory. But she comes out with like a bunch of friends. I don't know who these people were, but were
I
you
was
there?
there.
Were you
I was
there?
there in the Warner Brothers lot at the airing. And so go ahead. Yes, I know exactly. It was they have these things called the Jones Family Gatherings once a year for their clients, and I was there for that, and that was one of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So we went there and we presented these and we presented the three in the row with really
right.
no pause in between. And then afterwards, she stood up and she was greatly pleased with the shorts, and she said it out loud. But I was terrified, because I knew the studio would go, "He did it." If everything went wrong, he did it.
Yeah.
So I think everybody was very relieved. And well, if you were there, maybe you have more insight on her reaction. But
Um,
I think she was pleased.
I'm not sure if you got a standing ovation, but I certainly know there was a buzz afterwards about how terrific they were. And it was so nice to see something done of quality, something that was humorous, something that was in the old vein of the characters. And yeah, it created quite a buzz among the group that was there. So
Well,
um,
I know. Maybe you'll remember that afterwards there was a moment of silence until she literally stood up and
yeah,
turned around toward me and then said how much she liked them. But in that moment that felt like 2 hours of time,
yeah.
where it was quiet, she stands up, turns around, looks at me, and then smiled, and that made it.
High
That
praise
was
from Caesar. Yeah.
Yeah, that really I was really relieved. I'd love to do them. I'd love to do more of them. I mean, they were such a joy. So, and
And you said, oh,
oh, I'm
sorry, go
sorry.
ahead.
The Flash and the Pain is a good one for two reasons. One is it's the first one that I remember being Coyote Roadrunner done at nighttime.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and there's a little bit of there's a little Easter egg in there. It's a transporter. He puts this thing on his
Right.
arm and he punches the numbers in, and then he punches them and he disappears and relocates in a different area. But when he punches in the first number, it's literally Chuck Jones's birthday.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he ends up going into the Tweety Sylvester cartoon, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we had done that first, and I said, "Oh, this would be
Mhm.
kind of fun."
It was.
So we had done that too. That was really great. It was a good use of sets and stuff when you're in CG to reuse things. But anyway, that was a little thing just because he was always on our mind as we were making these things.
Yeah.
So
Did you ever get a chance to meet Chuck Jones?
No, I did not.
Oh,
No. Mm-mm. Nope, never did. That would have been great because The Grinch is like one of my all-time favorites, and that would have been a big that would have been a big deal for me. But anyway, but I'm certainly glad I got to participate in these shorts.
yeah, I'm sure he would have been very pleased. I know that he appreciated people who kind of honored what he had done and how he had developed the characters, and I think you did. So I just want to thank you on behalf of the center of just participating in this and um, honoring Chuck and his vision of the Center for Creativity.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure.